Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there. To all of our viewers, welcome to the Miss Entrepreneur Role Model Search and our networking event. This is our second networking event at the Plaza Club, downtown San Antonio. We're actually at the Frost Bank Tower, one of San Antonio's longer-standing towers, one of the taller high-rises in San Antonio. So we're at the epicenter of one of the largest cities in San Antonio. We know our viewers are international, coast to coast, so we welcome you all to our fun and exciting event, and we're happy that you're tuning in. So a lot of people have been asking us, what is Miss Entrepreneur? Why was it created? What do we do? Well, Miss Entrepreneur was created to recognize successful women in business and to develop role models for our future entrepreneurs. And why is this so important right now? Why are role models? Why are entrepreneurs? Why are women so necessary? Why are we so vital to the success of our economy? Well, as a woman myself and seeing what the value is that women can bring to the table, I liken women who are in business and women as mothers, women as wives, women as daughters and sisters. We at times put the trapeze artist to shame, the balancing act, the walking of that metaphorical tightrope, as I like to call it. We have so much that we juggle, so much that we're responsible for, and it's just innate for us really to be the crux, to be the glue that holds networks together, that sometimes brings people together, that unites our family, that makes the house the home. And so when I got into business and I realized really what it is that women can do in the business and how we can actually bring that element of nurturing and bring that element of cohesion to what we do in the business arena, I realized that some of the most successful businesses now these days have CEOs, women at the top of the company. And we're seeing that dynamic shift of women in the workplace and why we're so vital. So tonight we're going to talk to some really successful women in the San Antonio market. Some of our visitors are from even other sides of the country. So we welcome you again. And right now I'm going to bring up Miss Aida Gehring. Miss Aida Gehring is an entrepreneurial woman, has got a lot going on in the San Antonio market. Aida, come on in and sit with me for a good few minutes here. Our mic situated. You can use that one, Aida. So welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
Thank you very much.
So I was telling our viewers out there that, there's so many entrepreneurial women, and it's fun to see women who are focused. I know a little bit about your background and what you're doing. Tell our viewers really what it is that you're doing and how that benefits San Antonio and the broader impact that your business has on people.
Well, in San Antonio, I have a couple of business. One is real estate commercial developer, and I also do the fashion in the fashion industry. And with our development and construction in San Antonio is great because we have plenty of land, and we also want our city to be out there in growth and as well as help the community.
Sure.
So.
Sure. I don't know if people realize, but San Antonio is actually the 7th largest city in the country. So as far as economically, the gross domestic product that comes out of San Antonio alone is pretty substantial to the whole U.S. economy. I believe actually Houston, New York. I was reading a report that Houston and New York actually pump out most of the gross domestic product. So I think San Antonio is moving up in the ranks, and it's fun talking with people like you because with the construction industry, there's so much happening in San Antonio. I mean, even downtown, you know a little bit about what's going on downtown.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of project downtown. Where one of the highlights of the downtown is the renovating and getting the downtown up to par with the big city like the West Coast and New York. And so the hemisphere they're showcasing it. Where right now we're gonna have a amphitheater there, and
the Tobin.
The Tobin is just actually we're looking at it over there, and
yes.
Under construction, and it should be the Tobin is a something where internationally renowned performing arts. And it should be, I think, ready by the end of this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been to a couple events now at the Tobin, and it's a monstrosity effort that they've got going on there, but it's super exciting. And to see See, I've moved to San Antonio. I would say almost 2 years now. I've been here, and so to see where San Antonio was, my family's from here originally. I was exiled from Michigan, as I like to call it. No, I think there was too much snow up there for me to deal with. But my family being from here, and to see how cultural. I mean, we've got here. The cathedral downtown is actually from the 1600s.
Yes, they are there. We have a lot of historical buildings here in San Antonio.
Yes, and to me, I get goosebumps when I talk about it because there's such an atmosphere, such a binding, deep, ritual, cultural, social, familial kind of feeling that goes on with San Antonio that I'm always fascinated, and I want your perspective of this because you've done business in broader than San Antonio, correct?
Yeah, I actually originally born in the Philippines, and then when I was 17, I moved to San Diego, and I lived in San Diego and worked in San Diego for 25 years, and I moved to Europe, and I was there, and then when I came back, I came to San Antonio, and San Antonio is big, but yet it's small, and I don't have the feeling of being pushed, rush. Yeah, and the interesting thing is that the people are very friendly, and economically, it's affordable here, and the people are very friendly.
Yeah, there's
and
such an influx of people moving from California. The cost of living is nearly 3 times as much as it is in San Antonio. So when you can be a homeowner here at $100,000 or a couple $100,000, I mean, yes, we have a beautiful luxury end market, and some of my clients are in that luxury market. Some of them are in the lower end market, but it's such a melting pot what we have in San Antonio. And the bottom line, again, that uniting kind of force for me is that it's never rush. And when doing business in some different states or even in different countries, and some of my personal clients are internationally based, I always say that San Antonians, we want to talk first about family. We want to see your familial ties.
Yes, it's very family oriented, and we have a lot of infrastructure actually to support that family oriented lifestyle.
Yes,
and we got beautiful and universities here, and our biotechnology, the hospital, we got first class.
Yes, our biotech industry is booming. Actually, San Antonio, I think, is going to be one of the beacon models for stem cell research now. And I have some clients in the medical industry. San Antonio, I say it's like the Mayo Clinic of.
Yes, because our the military hospitals are here.
Yeah.
And this is one of the second to Bethesda.
Second to what?
Second to Bethesda Hospital.
Bethesda, sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have your fashion kind of business focus. I know you're in the construction market. What is it about the fashion that you're bringing into San Antonio?
The fashion business is that when I came in San Antonio, I'm so spoiled with like Hollywood is my back door, and then when I went to Europe, there's your Milan, there's your Paris. So I took it for granted, the trend of fashion industry.
Sure.
So when I came here, I kind of started real estate commercial land development because of the land. Then of course, after 10 years, I need to start doing this fashion industries thing. So it was kind of like, let's search those aspiring fashion designer and find out what's going on.
Sure.
So last year we actually started sponsoring fashion designer. We even took one fashion designer to New York to actually walk on a catwalk.
Oh my goodness.
And do a show.
Sure.
And we brought our model, the feature model, which is really exciting because who's the model actually in San Antonio that walks on the catwalk in New York?
In New York.
So that was fun.
So you guys have an event coming up then, correct?
Yeah. This year our platform is we want to do a fashion designer competition TV reality show.
Oh, wow.
Where we're going to try to find a next who's gonna be next.
The next top model?
Fashion
variation?
designer
Oh, okay.
coming from San Antonio or Texas. So it's kind of fun to showcase our local Texas fashion designer and actually take them to New York and show them, okay, this is the real thing, you know.
Sure.
So what are you gonna do after this, right? And
Absolutely.
I think it's very good to have this kind of platform in our city because we have several fashion designing institute.
Sure.
The UIW University of
Incarnate Word.
Incarnate Word has a great program in fashion and design.
Yeah, we really do.
Yes.
Well, it's going to be so fun to see what you guys are doing, and I'm looking forward to your next event. I know we have a special invitation, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great fun. I know you're at Indigo, right?
Yeah, we will be at the Hotel Indigo
Downtown.
at the River Walk, just across the beautiful Tobin Performing Arts. So
Awesome.
it's gonna be awesome.
Very cool. I look forward to that. It's so good to speak to you. I think you're such you're such a polarizing woman. You really are. I mean,
Hey,
where
I'm
you
just doing my job, right? I'm having fun.
Another day in the
I don't
life.
want to miss anything.
Yeah, I don't think you miss a trick. Well, good to talk to you, and who knows, we might get some great stuff from the event next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Ms. Aida. All right, ladies and gentlemen. How about that for an entrepreneur? Somebody who's been all around the globe, somebody who's in land and construction, in the fashion design world. I don't really think people understand really what's going on, how much San Antonio really has to offer. There's so many artists down here. Of course, we had the South by Southwest event that's going on in Austin. With all the universities, there's an injection of so much happening in this economy. And again, when you pair, you've got the NBA, you've got football in Dallas, and you've got semi-pro, pro sports. You've got all these businesses. You've got the cost of living. There's such a reason why Texas is such a boom economically, and why there was such a need for Miss Entrepreneur. Why we've seen so many successful women in business, and we really feel that they don't get the recognition that they need or that they deserve as women in business, as moms, as daughters, as sisters, as wives, as business women, people who are juggling it. It's just, like Miss Aida so poignantly said, just another day in the life. So I'm going to be looking forward to who's coming up next on our red carpet interview. Stay tuned. We'll have our next guest sitting right next to me, and we can see what interesting stuff she's got going on. So stay tuned.